Wow. Welcome back to the Dram Shop in Brooklyn, everybody. It's your boy Lolo. We got Spawny Mark here. We got a bunch of crazy Argentinians out here, do we? Well, they're a little subdued paying their tabs right now. A little drunk at noon.
We got some NFL on in the corners.
What a match, Mark. Did we just witness the best World Cup final in all history?
I think that even some of the youngest kids who were watching out of the corner of their eye while they were throwing balls around on the pool table will speak of this match probably for their entire lives. I don't think you will ever get a better final in any sport, in any form of football. It was a tremendous pleasure to watch, and me being on the stoop, I'm just ecstatic.
Why are you cringing on my space? You got all that space over there.
I don't know what to say.
You are clearly offside. Well, that was an amazing match. We got to see a hat trick by Kylian Mbappe. We saw 2 goals by Lionel Messi. We saw a penalty shootout. Emi Martinez saving goals. We saw
talking smack.
We saw a game-saving save by Loris on Messi, who could have won the game in 90-plus minutes.
Yes.
And then we saw a game-saving save by Emi Martinez right before penalties. This match had everything. It had 3 penalties. It had handballs. It had fouls. It had yellow cards. It had Messi goals. It had Angel Di Maria goals. What is this, 2008?
I'll live to be 1,000 years old, and I will never see a better match.
Oh, my God. I would actually love to talk to some of these France fans over here.
I think,
because they cannot be upset. They can't really be upset.
I think if you have said it best in many, many different occasions that you would rather lose 5-1 than in a manner like this. And,
I don't like getting close.
To come so close in a World Cup final for France, no, you're feeling it. Now, I say there's no shame.
Do we see those Argentina fans
played
back
their
there?
Hearts out.
Look, come over here. Show those Argentina. Hey, Argentina fans, stand back up. Stand back up. The world is watching.
The whole world is watching.
A bunch of British people are watching, probably.
And we can count them.
Wow. You know what? We should give them a Dram Shop shirt.
We should give them whatever they want.
What else do we have? Just the Dram Shop stuff? It's a free token.
Give them drink tokens. They need a little victory champagne or something like that.
Mark,
absolutely, Ben Ireland. Messi is, I think that puts it to bed.
Here's a Dram Shop shirt.
It ends the conversation. Never again can you not say anything about Messi.
Shop.
And there it is. There's the shut up for the Dram Shop. They love the Dram Shop here, and we love the Dram Shop. We're thankful for the Dram Shop for allowing us to do what we do here. It's been an incredible experience for us.
I gotta say, man, that match had everything I wanted and more, except for Mr. Tom's 4-3 scoreline, which I thought it totally could have been. But what an incredible match that we are so lucky to watch, and I'm very happy that we got to see Messi ball out. But I'm very happy we got to see Mbappe ball out. So it's not like, oh well, Mbappe didn't get any service, that's why we lost.
No.
We
got the show. We got the game that we expected. Absolutely. And
look,
Mbappe takes the golden boot, but Messi raises the trophy above his head to cap off a brilliant career.
Wow, and I like that John has him there in his Barcelona
colors.
But that's the face. That's literally the face that he's making right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can find.
John, you did great.
The face was.
I like the graphic in there where his eyes light up like he's the ghost. They're beside themselves over there. The greatest of all time. Messi has finally brought it home. First the Copa America, and then the World Cup.
You know what was very interesting was looking at the Argentinian fans afterwards, because I expected them to be, smashing shit and like falling all over the place. But in the stands, they were all like this. Like, oh my, like a rain coming over them of just like, oh my God.
You know, the great thing about this game is it just kept coming. It never stopped. There wasn't a moment where you were like, oh, this game's put to bed. You know, you knew that there was more drama and more excitement to come, and it just kept coming and coming and coming. And in the end, you know, it came down to
and I did
who had the better lineup for penalty kicks.
Well, and I did say towards the end of extra time, I looked over at you and I went, "Are we going to penalties?"
He did, and I said, "Oh God, no!" My heart couldn't take it, but I made it. I made it through.
Let's get to some of these comments that we've been popping up here that we've been ignoring. Who is this? Angel 10. This was the World Cup final of World Cup finals. Big up to you, my friend.
We'll never see another match like this again.
Mr. Tom says, I did win the more sensible betting in the dark selection. I don't know which one that was.
I don't know which one that was, but I'll have to look because I took all your bets.
Oh, that's awfully clever from Pincushion. If Messi is the goat, Mbappe is the kid. That, you know, the baby goat.
The baby goat.
The baby goat.
The baby goat.
Led Zepp 331 says, great game. Congratulations to Argentina. Now we can get back to the important stuff in the Prem. Exactly.
That's right. The FA Cup on Wednesday. Wolves versus Gillingham.
I don't think that's what we were talking about. No.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
We're talking about Boxing Day. Getting to Boxing Day.
Okay, Everton and Wolves.
Ben Ireland says, love the extra coverage, guys. To all in the Dram Shop and to all our new watchers, remember, we do Premier League every Friday. Join us. Absolutely. So, Mark, it's easy to go, you know, Messi, greatest player, Mbappe, fantastic. But really, who was your man of the match?
You know,
it's really hard to call it
in the first half. In the first half, for me, it was Di Maria. He was such a difference
game changer.
What's that?
Game changer.
Game changer. But guess what? They pulled him off. They subbed him out, and it may have been a coincidence, but the game changed. The game changed, and it went toward France's favor. They got those 2 quick goals. So, but as the game progressed, as more and more time kept going on and on and on and on, I think they're watching them raise the trophy.
They're raising their own trophy.
They're raising their own trophy. But as the game went on, and I thought this might have worked to Messi's disadvantage because of his age and because he ran today. He was up and down the pitch, but they kept him in there. They kept him in there. He was a difference. He could have won it in extra time. So I think for me, I'm going to give it to Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is my man of the match and the greatest of all time.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. So if you guys are in the comment section right now, let us know who your man of the match is, and let us know who you think. I mean, a big shout right there, Angel 10, Argentina keeper, Emmy Martinez.
Took care of business.
Look out, John. I'm going to kick off the fan camera for 1 second, so I think it throws me in automatically.
This is my favorite part of the show.
Can you mute me?
It's a little echoey, but you're
There
good.
we go. I muted myself. Let's go check out the fan cam. Let's see what we got on the fan cam. Hey, guys, we're on the fan cam. Argentina.
Go to the fan cam, John.
Wait, there we are.
Argentina! Argentina!
There we go. Thank you, John.
Argentina! Argentina's el mejor!
Can we get a close-up of that jacket? Because that is tight.
Muy bien, Messi, lo mejor. Lo mejor. Messi. Wow. That was awesome.
All right. We can go back. There we go, John. Thank you.
Double camera, close-up camera.
Oh, man, that fan cam has been fantastic.
Fantastic indeed. Wow, that was awesome. I just love that energy. I just want to sit over there at that table, actually.
And you will.
They're drinking cachaça or something. I don't know.
Oy, oy, oy. Demi Lewis agrees with me. Messi, man of the match. A couple of people have put up that Martinez would be man of the match. And you know
Enzo
what?
Martinez. Enzo Martinez? Emmy Martinez. Emmy Martinez.
But you know what? That's a good shout. That's a good shout. But I really think that the fact that he was able to stay on for 120 plus minutes and make his penalty, for me, it's the GOAT. It's Messi.
I mean, Emmy Martinez has a big shout as well. Anytime you go to penalties, he saved one. The second one, Chouameni actually missed. But to me, that was Emmy Martinez. Chouameni walked up ready to take the
he was absolutely in his head.
Emmy Martinez walked away, and so Chouameni had to do a loop and come back around. And then his
I saw
face
that.
isn't there.
His face was not there. He did not look like he was going to score a goal.
So that to me counts as a save for Emmy Martinez. Even though he missed it, Emmy Martinez actually went the right way, too.
He definitely
would have saved it if
and
it came
and he was low.
And he was low. He was there. So that combined with the save right before the end of time and then right before the end of extra time, which kept him in the match. Now, we do have a France fan standing right here that I would love to get there. Get over here, Kantak.
He's so not interested. But here he is. He's going to be a good guy about it.
Kantak.
How's it going?
I know you're a Germany fan, but you were rooting for France. I see the German-Argentina connection a lot stronger than Germany-France. I don't know, but talk to me about this match. Like, clearly you can't be too mad, besides the first half. You can't be too mad with the way it went down. It was still anyone's game up until the end.
No. This is by far the greatest World Cup final we've seen for anyone who's still alive, I would say. Cheering for France, I think we were just doing it to keep a balance in the room for sure. Otherwise, it would have been tipped heavily in the Argentinians' favor. Even my son was going hard for Argentina. So, yeah, it could have been real ugly in the first half. I feel like France's midfield didn't show up. Someone was going on there.
So what was different in the second half that allowed all that space, that allowed – he seems to think it was when Angel Di Maria came out, but – like what happened? Did they just turn it on? What do you think?
Probably a combination of things where you have Argentina with the lead, not as urgent. They weren't as aggressive in the second half, and that allowed France some time to play the ball. It allowed them to get the ball to Mbappe because I think the first half. Here's a little Argentina.
You want a
fan
jersey?
Now.
There you go, Argentina.
The first half, it was clear that Argentina's game plan was keep the ball from Mbappe. 2-3 players on him the entire time. But once they got him in that space, different game, and that's what France needed to do.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. That was a good question. I think that was from Debbie Lewis. Who's getting that Messi shirt? When he took off his shirt, do you think he gives that to anybody or Messi hangs on to that? That's when he does not trade.
You mean like
anybody.
A trade?
You don't trade that World Cup final winning.
He won't because he's selfish, but
he should be. He should be.
No, he probably keeps that. It's been so long in the coming for him. And, I always cheer against Argentina, but when you see it happen, it's pretty special. So.
And you can't, I feel like no matter what, you can't be mad at Messi winning a World Cup.
You can be mad at Ronaldo winning a World Cup.
I'll be mad at Paredes, Romero,
players that played for Argentina.
Tagliafico. I hate a bunch of those guys. And then like Lautaro Martinez, who can't buy a goal.
I know.
Like, come on. I know he needed to come on instead of Alvarez for the legs, but he had 2 or 3 opportunities to win the match and could not do it.
Who's the young kid, number 12 for France? Exactly. We all know his name if Martinez doesn't save that shot there in the second extra time, right?
Yeah.
I do think, to answer a little bit of your question, when Dembele went off and Coman came on for France, they were a different team.
When Coman came on.
Yeah.
Now, that's what I was asking you in the first half. When Giroud comes off and Dembele come off, and they put on, what's his name? Chumamono and Turan?
Yeah.
Why not Coman at that point? Why not Konate at that point? Why not those two bringing him on were not like for like, clearly a drop-off, and clearly, what's his name? Turan pushes Mbappe in the center.
Physicality, too. They wanted some physicality, I think. They were getting bossed by Argentina, and the ref, let's be honest, was letting them do it in the first half. They were letting Argentina be physical. So I think that's why Thuram comes on, because he's a much bigger player. He can
And he
not get
pushes
body.
Mbappe into the center.
For sure.
But
Yeah.
then
but Coman for me was France's player of the match besides Mbappe. Obviously, he gets the glory and the goals, deservedly so. Coman changed that game for France 100%.
Coman was 100% the scariest person.
Yeah, he steals the ball.
I agree. I totally agree with what you're saying there. There was so much. I'm overly emotional right now. I don't even know what to say anymore. I don't know.
As he takes the microphone.
Everything has been said because he has to disappear. I don't even know.
Good catch.
I thought he was going to the. I thought he was going to the bathroom. He's been slamming these Budweisers.
Holding your microphone.
Well, I mean, you hold the show. You might as well hold
Keep
the
talking,
microphone.
I'm probably gonna have to go get another beer.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'll take one. But it was for me. There was those substitutions, and I questioned them. I was like, why take off Giroud in the first half? Why take off Dembele in the first half? Why not wait till after that? It seemed to me that those were substitutions that could have waited, and it seemed like almost a tactical error by France. But
Okay, I'm tapping out for a second, and I'm going to trade it. What's your name again? Zanita. So we got Zanita here. She was the one talking a bunch of smack earlier, but
she wasn't talking smack. She was very
talking smack
disappointed.
about her own team.
She was very
She was
disappointed,
talking smack
and
about
as
her own
I
team.
pointed out to you, they were going to come back, and unfortunately, it just didn't get done.
Well, you know what? Like that match, again, for the neutral, the most incredible match ever. I mean, France started really slow. I mean, really, really, really slow. But that comeback was incredible. I
No,
mean,
absolutely. You're going to watch football and the World Cup
And you're
for the
gonna
next
remember this.
25 years,
And this is the
and you're
reference.
going to see great games. And
Yes.
you're like, I
Yes.
remember when I saw that game.
Exactly.
Actually, that'll be me in the old folks' home.
Exactly.
I think you can say it's the final that this tournament deserved as well.
for sure.
Right?
For sure.
Like there were so many amazing games, and a lot of times the final can just get very stagnant because both teams are afraid to
Right.
lose,
right.
which kind of is what France looked like in the first 40 minutes. And I think to answer the question you were saying about why make those substitutions when they did is one, I think Giroud was not 100%.
No.
And if they kept Dembele on, he might have given Argentina like 2 other goals.
He crashed the box on that corner kick where he flew over the top of the two players. That didn't look like a player that wasn't into it.
Well, I'm not
I
into
think
it.
it's
Ill. Well, sure, but could he have gone another 30 minutes? I think Dominic was like, okay, we gave him. We tried to steal a couple headers. Now we're playing into a different style and different.
Oh, no, I'm good.
different formation.
But no, like at that point, Giroud was obviously, even if he was physically okay, he was not in the game. He was not like affecting it the way that you would expect him to.
I don't know. I think he was an impactful player at that point. And again, just to see those substitutions for two non-injured
Yeah,
players
yeah.
to happen so close to halftime.
Yeah, well, Deschamps got it wrong.
I
And
think-
that was his admission right there.
Deschamps, I said Dominic. Yeah, I think though Dembele could have given Argentina 2 more goals if he stayed on another 6 minutes. I mean, I don't think he completed a pass to a French player.
Well, if you look at those 10 minutes or 10, 20 minutes that...
Thank you. You've been awesome.
Thank you so much. You should be on the show all the time. All right. I think Dembele and Giroud would have had a lot to offer during the second half, during that moment of pressure. To me, taking them off 5 minutes before halftime, you know something is going to change in the second half. You know you may have a moment, you may have 10, 15 minutes where you can put on the pressure. So maybe take them out at the 55th minute, something like that. And maybe France gets back that first goal a lot earlier in the match.
Maybe. I mean, maybe what you're saying makes sense.
I'm not
obviously,
Deschamps.
but- right, exactly. Neither am I. And I just think Dembele,
I've only won 1 or 2
And
World
it's not
Cups.
like Deschamps is like a terrible manager. It's not like anyone will ever say Deschamps out.
But
Only if
guys,
they don't make
we
the
just
group.
got told that they're bringing the World Cup out, and we want to see Messi.
I
kiss
actually
it.
do want to see that. So are we going to wrap this
We're
up?
going to wrap this up. But thank you, Kantak, for
Thank you,
talking with us.
Kantak. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
And
everybody who's joined us, and we will be back this
be-
coming week with Premier League action. I can't wait.
Before-
The moment
before-
where Kantak and I actually agree on things.
Before we sign off, I want to give a big Stoop thank you to the Dram Shop
Big up Dram Shop!
for letting us do our thing here, for bringing us into their house, and letting us just I don't know. I'm talk amongst yourselves.
He's
He knows what to say.
He's verklempt.
Can I get one more point in? It's been a great tournament. The ball was clearly out.
For Japan. The ball was out for Japan.
Laces front.
And if they call that out, Germany is in the knockout stages. Spain may not be. No, Spain would be. Yeah. You got a red card. Sorry, Matt. Sorry.
So you have to sit out the next three
Anyway,
shows.
we're going to go watch the ceremony.
Thank you, Dram
Thank you guys
Shop.
very much. Congratulations, Leo Messi. And,
You are the GOAT.
And one more thing. Este es para Alejo.
Hey,
Alejo! Peace from Brooklyn, y'all.